How's it going, people? Well, my rant is simple. Update people properly. Your partners in business, whoever they are, if they're brokers or freight forwarders or whatever, it doesn't matter. Direct shippers, it really does. It doesn't matter who they are. Just update properly, man. Just speak the truth. If the truck's delayed, tell them the truck's delayed. you know, how many miles out, where they're at, give mile markers. I mean, if you don't have the full out visibility yet, as you should, or you should be investing in it. If you don't have that right now, or are unable to provide that for your customers, at least be honest in where your trucks are at, and that just goes for the updating portion. If you're if you're 13 miles out, you say, hey, guess what? I'm 13 miles out. Looks like I'm going to be delayed. There's whatever, if there's construction, say there's construction. If it's an accident, specifically state what's going on, who, what, when, where, and why. Um, and then go from there. Like I said, this goes for someone that does not have investments into the visibility side of things yet. For whatever reason, if you haven't gotten one of the many tools available to provide these updates for your customers, because they need to know. They need to know when this freight is going to be arriving. For production or whatever the case may be. Wherever it's going after that. If you're delivering to a warehouse and it gets distributed from there, or if it's going to an assembly plant, or if it's going, for export or whatever the case may be. Just be honest in your updates. That's really it. I mean, I've noticed a big dip in quality, right? Because capacity is lacking. So carriers understand that people that have freight, whoever they are, whatever their titles are, they're going to go with the option that can provide them with capacity, right? And if alongside that they need updates on their freight, you best be able to provide these updates. But like I said, currently with this current restraint in capacity and this current restraint in available trucks, there comes this like lackadaisical approach. It's like, hey, guess what? If you don't book my truck, someone else will. So you better deal with me not being able to update you right now because I hold all the cards as a carrier at the moment. But I guess just be a little bit. I know it's hard to say in the society that we live in today, but be a little bit more caring and understanding of who is on that other side, that they need to answer to people as well. And if they ask you for a favor to update, if they ask you, hey, can you tell me what's going on with this shipment, that you can somehow provide this information to your customer, whoever they are. And so that's my rant on updates. Honestly, it's just there's this big what word to use, big decrease, I guess, in the quality of updates that I'm receiving personally. Or even when it comes to updating, when you say, okay, 1 hour updates are required, or 4 hour updates, or 8 hour updates, or once a day updates. Every customer is different. Not all customers want 1 hour updates on their shipments, but some do. So if you know that ahead of time before you even ask for that shipment, or before you even accept that shipment, the outline because it's provided to you by me or whoever else has these certain accounts that are expedited or time critical, and we need to know where these trucks are at, or sprinters or cargo vans or straight trucks. It's part of the game. It's a part of it. So my theory is, if I ask you, can you do this load, and I ask you what price you need to get it done based off of those requirements, and you come back and say, I need, $7 a mile, then give me $7 a mile service. Don't give me 80 cents a mile service. Don't give me 33 cents a mile service. It's if we're gonna get what we pay for, then provide that, it's just an open discussion to be had. I've thrown it on the table. I've thrown it on the table to so many carriers, and some abide by it, and some could care less. I mean, they know that they could get other freight as well. They take my load. Let's say 500 miles. They take it for $2,000. They know they can find something for 35, 4,000, 4,500. The way things are going at the moment. So to them, it's like, I don't need to follow your rules. I mean, who are you to give me rules, right? But think about the time after all this passes and capacity stabilizes. There's gonna be things that people remember, people that have freight. There's gonna be things that they remember about your company. So represent it well when it comes to that. In addition to that, bidding as well. I mean, I have an automated, bidding system where it's, you know, not a large effort on my part to get carriers interested into bidding on freight, but even then, it more so comes down to the honesty and integrity. So if you're bidding and your price is reasonable, great. So let's say I had 10 bids and 6 of them are reasonable, and out of those 6, 4 of them give me timing that they can meet based off of how the shipment was shown, right? Needs to pick up ASAP, needs to deliver direct, and you come back and say, okay, I can pick up in 15 minutes, deliver direct, for example. And I award it to you because it's hot, it's urgent, it's time critical, whatever. And you come back to me after the award, 15 minutes after the award, and you say, actually, I can't pick this up for another hour and a half. So you lied to me. You knowingly went into this lying to me, or and someone else. Doesn't have to be me, whoever it is. You lied to that person just to get that shipment. Don't do that. There's so much freight to be thrown out there right now and loaded onto trucks. Why? I mean, you're stabbing yourself in the back. I mean, you really are. I mean, you're stepping on your own toes, because once things stabilize, we remember these things. So we have to have this honest discussion for all the carriers that do this kind of stuff. All the dispatchers out there that do this kind of stuff. These are tactics. These are tools being used to win shipments, and then God help the person that awarded it to you, because they're going to have to answer for that, And sometimes it's fine. You're picking up cookies and delivering it across the nation, and your customer doesn't care whether you pick up on time or deliver on time, as long as it delivers. Those are fine. I mean, once a day updates or once every 48-hour updates, it's all cool. It's fine. But it's not cool if you're participating and advertising yourself as a expedited truckload carrier or cargo van company or Sprinter, Straight, whatever company that deals with expedited materials that need to get to a location at a certain time, ASAP. It's not okay. And so fix your internal processes. Don't be lazy. Don't just take the shipment and say, well, my job's done. Your job isn't done until that load is delivered. It's not. And it's that's just how the game goes. So anyways, that's my little 10-minute rant. My hat goes off to the carriers that do an excellent job and do it exactly how they tell you. And there are quite a few of them out there that are good. But there's just plenty right now that are just not fun to deal with at times. So anyways, cheers. If you have any questions, anybody, let me know. If you need a list of these beautiful carriers, let me know. and we'll go from there. Anyways, good night, happy Wednesday, and stay safe and move some freight. Cheers.